What is going on, you guys? The AK-47's here with the 2014 Triumph Street Triple with the ABS. Looks amazing. Gotta love that green color. Gotta love that green color. Oh, it's pretty. Street Triple, $675. Look at them pretty Triumph lights. Alrighty. Cool. So let's see, we got our flash to pass. You can see it over there. Flash to pass. Okay, and then we got our turn signals, high beam, low beam. Okay. Ride with that on. Horn, turn signals, bar end mirrors, which are actually, for once in my life, useful. Turn this down. There's the end of the bike right there, so we'll put it like right there. There we go. So you can see the ABS light there blinking, let you know you have ABS. Start switch, kill switch, clutch and brake levers. Brake lever is a little bit, no, that's about right. Clutch lever is good distance. Up here we got trip 1, trip 2, you got your setup. Down on the bottom you have your trip 1 miles per gallon. So no, you have your miles per gallon. Hold on. Clock, miles per gallon. Average miles per gallon. Average miles per hour, so average speed. And then your miles on that left. Miles on the tank and then miles left. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. So let's go to miles per gallon. Let's do this. Oh, it sounds good. I love that. I love the Triumph's like triple whine. So this bike should be a torque monster. I guess we'll find out after this truck comes by. Actually, I need to button up my jacket. Or zip up my jacket. There we go. Oh, that feels good. The acceleration, like, I don't know, with all Triumphs, the acceleration just is special. I can't really explain it. It just has this like weird kind of pull to it, but it's like a great feeling because it's so linear. Like there's power very, very low and power very, very high. It's so linear. Alright, you also have a gear indicator on the left there on your gauges. You have your clock up in the top left, a gear indicator on the left middle. Your left side over there is your bike temperature, and your right side is your fuel gauge, and it has a digital fuel gauge. So that's nice. It's not just a gas light, it has a digital fuel gauge. It's a very comfortable seating position. very comfortable seating position. Alrighty, see what kind of power this baby's got. And we got a perfect opening. Look at this opening right here. Get over. That's got some power to it. Clutchless shifting's a little bit weird, but oh man. That does have some power to it though, holy cow. The seating position is really, really comfortable. I'm actually gonna bend my camera down for you guys. That's probably a better view for you. The seating position is super comfortable. I'm really not getting much wind off this bike either. So, I mean, you do get a little bit of wind off the front because it doesn't have a windscreen, but it's not nearly as much as I thought it would be. I expected it to be a lot more, but you really don't get too much off of it. It's not too bad. This bike pulls though. For a 675 that's not set up for top speed, this bike pulls. And it sounds great when it does too. Goes back and forth very well too. So what we're gonna do is take it down to our new favorite little neighborhood road over here. Like, listen to this pull. It just sounds incredible. I'm getting in front of you. Oh, and the ABS helps so much. Don't gotta worry about getting on the brakes too hard. This is a really nice bike so far. I like it. I think just the triple accelerator, like the pull of it with the sound that you get from the engine, like the feel that you get, it just, oh, it's awesome. There's 80 already. I mean, that's how fast this thing is, guys. And I wasn't taking it all the way up to the top of the RPM range either. It's just a fast bike. It's quick. All right, coming up to this turn. And oh no, panic situation. The car's pulling out in front of me. ABS. Oh, it's good. And obviously I'm not going like super hard on the ABS, but I'm going definitely hard enough to where your bike would start sliding. Like your tires would lock up if you didn't have ABS. That's how hard I'm going. But I'm not, you know, trying to slam on my brakes to stop at the shortest distance either. Let's hit up our street here. ABS. Is very confidence inspiring, I'll tell you that much. Very, very confidence inspiring. And I think that has a lot to do with the seating position of it. On the big dip right there. All right. I can't imagine what this thing would sound like with an Austin Racing pipe on it or something like that, or an Aero Racing, you know, something like that. It would, oh, it'd sound insane. There's some rocks right there. Oh my goodness, just the torque that this thing has is incredible. I'm in second gear for most of this. First gear. it handles like a supermoto. It really does. And that's, oh, it feels amazing. The handling is flawless on this bike. You know, for the longest time I said that the FZ09 was the best handling sport bike, the FZ09, which is still a very, very true statement. It's very, very good handling. And then after that, I said that there was one other sport bike that tied it. And the sport bike that tied it for best handling, was the GSX-S 1000. Now, that's the S. That's not the Gixxer. That's not the GSX-R. It's the GSX-S. So it's the naked bike version. And that bike tied with the FZ09 for best handling sport bike that I've ridden. Those two bikes are absolutely incredible machines. They're completely different, but so good in the same respects. This bike right here beats both of them in handling. This bike right here will out-handle both of those bikes in my own hands. You know, I'm no professional, you know, I'm just somebody who's used to riding a lot. But in my hands, this bike outperforms both of those in handling. ABS is fantastic. And the nice thing about this bike is too, I'm sure if you wanted to wheelie this bike, and you wanted to clutch it up, right? You wanted to, like that. I'm sure it would come up. I'm not going to do it because it's not my bike, but I'm sure if you wanted to, it would come up like no problem because of how much torque this bike has. But when you're just getting on it, like coming out of turns, even in first gear, I mean, it'll get light in the front. I beat that guy to the beginning of the road. Holy cow. When you're coming out of turns in this bike, or on this bike, and you get on it, the front end becomes lighter, and you might have a little bit of wheel hover, above the ground, like you might, come up like an inch or so, but you're not going to come out of a turn on this bike, with your throttle pinned and have this bike just uncontrollably start coming up on you, because it doesn't have quite the power, like the peak power for that. It has a linear power band, so it's like this. Well, actually, for you guys, it's like this. But so you never have that one spot where the power just snaps on. It is always there. Good. It is always there. So you're not going to have that one time where you come out of a corner and then all of a sudden, oops, you're in the power band, and then your bike just like starts rising up on you. This bike is very, very comfortable. It's very comfortable. This would be a great around the city bike, around the town bike, because it's very, very thin, and it's very nimble. Like back and forth, you could get through a bunch of little tight stuff. It's very, very nimble, and it just has like the perfect pace. It's not too much power. And the seat is comfortable. The seat is really comfortable. When you're chilling, it just has this little like whistle to it. It's the classic Triumph and triple whistle. But when you get on it, it just releases this roar of power, like this. So whistle. It just like the power comes on and it screams its mighty name out of the exhaust pipe. It's like, I am the Street Triple. So here is the 2014 Triumph Street Triple 675 with ABS. Beautiful bike. Got your Nissan brakes up front, your Brembo back here with the ABS on it. I just like the angles of everything on this bike. Every angle looks super sharp and super mean, but it doesn't cover very much. It just leaves everything open, which is really, really nice because you can just see everything, you know, and it saves all the clunky fairings and, you know, oh, that's just me. And the front end of this bike has gotten a lot better looking than it used to be. But I like these bar end mirrors too. Like the mirrors are down here on the bar end. They don't like stick out up here and over this way where they don't do anything and they look terrible. You know, out here they look nice and they actually work. You know, imagine that. But back down here, got your nice blue shock down there. Steel braided line right here, steel braided. The front is also steel braided. There's not a scratch on this bike. I didn't have time to detail it because they were bringing stuff into the back of the showroom or the shop where I normally like wipe stuff down really quick. But I'll wipe it down before I take pictures and the cinematic part at the beginning of this video. So right now it's just a little bit dirty from the ride and everything because it just rained here recently. But man, it's a nice looking bike and it sounds so good. Really, it just has a nice, unique look to it. It's just unique. You know, there's not really an angle of this bike that makes it look bad. Looks really good here. Looks really good here. Looks really good here. Looks really good here. Looks really good here and 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 here. It looks really good here. But you know, just take this off, put a little fender eliminator right there, get a nice Aero Racing exhaust or like an Austin Racing. Really, really nice. I like how they made the engine all black. There's no like little, you know, like, oh, this is silver, or oh, this is silver, or oh, this is silver. Like everything is black. Got your nice triple headers up here behind your nice black radiator. Alrighty, so let's give you guys a little sound clip here. Turn it on. So this is what it sounds like when it's idling. Not bad sounding. Then you got the Triumph whistle. You got some revs. That's about 4,000. So it's just under a third of the RPM range. Seven. And that is full RPMs. Another thing that I really like about this bike so far is the engine braking seems very, very well balanced. It doesn't seem way over the top like on a Supermoto or like a DRZ or a WR or something like that. But it also is a lot more than just a sport bike, you know, like a, you know, an R1 or something like that. It's more than that, which gives you a little bit more confidence because you don't have to worry about braking in turns if you're going slightly too fast. Plus the ABS helps out with that too, but this bike though, it's very, very well balanced, I feel. There's not really anything that's too over the top about it, and there's not really anything that's too low about it, you know, like too, you know, bad about it or whatever. This bike right here is about turns, fun, and torque, all in the same thing. And it's packed in together in this little Triumph Street Triple, and it's just an awesome little bike. It puts a smile on my face. This would be the perfect like weekend warrior bike, you know, to ride comfortably out to the twisties, romp through the twisties like super hard, you know, getting down, leaning over, you know, ripping it out, full throttle coming out, you know, transitioning to the next turn. You get through the twisties, then you have a comfortable ride back. You know, this bike is fantastic. Can you go any slower? that was the hardest I've gotten on this bike. And it just had that little pop in second gear. That's the most this bike has come up on me. But if you guys want to come check out this bike, stop by Central Texas Powersports up here in Georgetown. Come in, ask them about it, tell them that I sent you, tell them AK sent you, tell them Matthew sent you. You know, if you want to talk to somebody about it, you want to get on it, take pictures of it, test ride it, sit on it, do whatever you want to do. Or the FC09, just come on in and let us know, and we'll be happy to help you out. We've got a great group of guys up there in Central Texas, so if you want to come in, you know, we'll all be happy to help you. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get back here and try to get on my next review before the sun goes down here. So I will talk to you guys later, and I think we'll leave you right here. Peace out, guys.